What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video, and today we're doing the Classic WoW Gold Making Challenge, or Classic WoW GoldLocked Challenge. This is where I have to pay gold to level up in Classic WoW, and basically, level 10 you have to pay 10 gold, level 11 you have to pay 11 gold, and do this all the way to level 60, paying the same amount of gold as the level you want to unlock. We are currently level 13 in episode 2 right here. Episode 1, we went from level 9 to level 13, and we started the challenge at level 9 basically. So level 1 to level 9 was free, and then you have to pay to unlock level 10, and pay for every single level after that point as well. We are currently level 13, which means the current goal is to get 14 gold, and pay to unlock level 14. Let's get into it. So as per usual, we're going to start off with looting the mailbox and checking out if we have any sales, and also reposting on the auction house. Now I am doing a bunch of vendor flipping, as you can see here, and I'm going to be talking about this more at the end of this video to give you guys some insight on, first of all, why I'm buying these items, and also why they're selling, and show you guys some sales. I have gotten some, on episode number 1, there was a couple of messages saying that I'm just buying my own auctions, or these things would never sell, and I completely understand that. We're vendor flipping vendor items here, and you kind of have to ask yourself, if you don't have the market knowledge, why would somebody buy these on the auction house? Once again, we'll get more into that in the end of this episode. For now, we're just going to continue the gold making challenge and talk about exactly what we're doing here. So first of all, we start with reposting on the auction house. This is my daily setup anyway, and my daily routine. Basically, I log into the game, I post auctions, then I do a couple of hours of gameplay, and then we post auctions one more time and go to sleep. I'm trying to play for about 3 hours per day on the gold making challenge, and then see how many levels we can end up getting. I will also say, by the way, for this episode, we are stepping on the gas pedal, and we'll be getting quite a few levels. So after reposting just about everything on the auction house here, it is now time to loot the gold from today's mailbox and see exactly how much gold we end up getting in one night of sales. Basically, I try to loot the mailbox every single morning, and sometimes I do save the mailbox for a day or two, just because I don't really play every single day on this character. I'm doing some TBC prepping as well, especially now that Phase 6 has been announced. Either way, let's see exactly how much gold we have here. So in the first 100 mails, we have 38.6 gold. Most of this will be profit, by the way, because even the vendor materials, we buy them for next to nothing, and then we sell them for way more. So for example, Soothing Spice you buy for almost nothing, and they have sold here for almost 40 silver each. A 5 silver formula sold for 85 silver. Leaded Vial as well sells for a bunch of silver right there, and even the recipe for Longjaw Mud Snapper sold for over 1 gold. A lot of different items here selling for very high amounts, and obviously we found some light feathers while leveling as well. I mean, we're leveling in the Barrens right now, so you will find some light feathers, some small eggs, and here we have a pattern, by the way, orange Marshall shirt selling for 7.5 gold. That is a good sale right there. I mean, this one, I think you buy it for 10 silver or something from a vendor. And then also, we did start doing some fishing yesterday, some deviate fish fishing, so we have now been selling quite a few deviate fish. So even though we're doing vendor flipping, you can see a lot of the gold in today's mailbox comes from me fishing in the Barrens. Now, I'm just gonna say, I think fishing is incredibly boring, so I usually try to do like 10 minutes of fishing at some point when I'm questing. Any more than 10 minutes, I get extremely bored. Alright, time to see if we get any more sales here. Oh yeah, thank you for the follow, by the way, K-Splin. For anybody watching this video right now, I am streaming live on Kick every single day, so please come by and say hello and follow me on Kick. You can watch this challenge right here, my TBC prepping, any of my gameplay, live on Twitch every single evening. Did I say live on Twitch right now? I think I did, yeah. Live on Kick. You can see it right here under my name, kick.com/SolheimTV, or the link is down below as well. Either way, the next few mails here, 15 gold, 86 silver. So you basically made over 50 gold in one singular mailbox opening. That is not bad. Now that also means we are getting close to level 14 right now, so we have to pay 14 gold to unlock level 14, and you can just see 14 gold by the way vanishing from my bags right now. I usually keep the bags open when sending the gold away, so you can see the gold going away. But in this video I do want to do some fact checking, so once again at the end of this video I'm going to go through the mailbox on this gold collect alt to show you the mails are still there and to show you the sales in TSM as well. Either way, level 14 has now been unlocked, so we can go out and level a bit. Now before I go out and level, I'm going to check on the auction house the price of the certain ores and the bronze bars, because I have now gotten my mining to the point of getting both copper ore and the tin ore, and I can smelt the bronze. So I thought to myself, what if I can buy copper ores and the tin ores, turn them into bars, and then combine those into bronze bars? And at the moment I am more than doubling my gold doing this, by the way. So I thought to myself, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of ores right now, turn those into bars, and smelt the bronze bars and make some profit. Just to like do some crafting as well before we go out and level. Now, as I have finally gotten to level 14, I have a couple of better spells as well, so I'm doing my first 3 mob pull here as a bear druid. It's kind of late, because usually when I play druids I do start doing 3 mob pulls at level 10, but I just wanted to highlight this as well, because even though it's a gold making challenge, it's a leveling challenge as well, and to me part of that is trying to challenge myself while I'm leveling. I'm not playing hardcore here, so we can take some risks, and if I can pull 3 mobs at a time, we can start being a little bit more efficient. And even though I skipped ahead a bit there, the pull looked a little bit bad, but we did survive. It's ice cold calculated risk. At this point, because we're leveling, we have also gotten to the point of only being 2 bars away from level 15, and we're probably going to go out on a big questing route once again, so I think we should just unlock level 15 as well while we're close to a mailbox. So that is what I'm doing right about here. So going to send 15 gold to gold collect right now, and as you can see we actually have enough gold, by the way, to unlock both level 15 and level 16. That being said, I am trying to have a little bit of gold left over so I can buy more vendor materials to do more vendor flipping, and also as you saw earlier in today's video, or earlier in this video, we did buy some ores to smelt into bars to make for profit from that as well. So you just want to have some gold left over whenever you can. That being said, we still have 22 gold after unlocking level 15. Now, if anybody here is looking for a good leveling add-on plus a guide to have for Classic WoW, by the way, I do love Rested XP, especially the catch-up, as you can see right now. It is automatically catching me up to the quest that I need to be on, based on what I have done. So you could see when I handed in the quest that I just handed in, literally, the add-on itself just calculated where I was, and completed the quests that I had completed. And if you want to have a seamless leveling experience with an arrow guiding you to everything you need to do, you can check out Rested XP through the link down below. And with that being said, it's time to do my daily 10 minutes of fishing. So what I'm usually trying to do is walk by any of these pools whenever I'm doing questing in the Barrens. That way I don't feel like I'm actively fishing, but I'm looking for deviate pools whenever I'm just like naturally traveling by these pools anyway, or if I'm somewhat close. So over here we just happen to find a deviate pool, and this pool can be anywhere from 1 gold to 3 gold, depending on how many fish you get from the pool before the pool goes away. So you can get 1 gold or 3 gold, and it takes you like 1 minute to fish up the pool. Very valuable for anybody playing Horde, and yeah, just a very good way to make gold at an early level. Now, if you're playing Horde and questing in the Barrens, one of the quests will be to loot these altered snapjaw shells from these turtles, in which case they send you to the waters anyway, and over here I noticed the price of clam meat. This is kind of insane. So you could go to a place like Stagnant Oasis, where I am right now, and farm turtles, and then also farm for fishing, and also mining veins. There's a bunch of mining veins spawning in and around the pool here as well, so you can actively kill the turtles to get clam meat and sell the clam meat, and do fishing, and do mining. an actual gold mine. Either way, that's going to be the end of episode number, not the episode, but like day number 1 of this episode. We're doing multiple days in one episode, by the way, so it will be a long episode that you can just sit down and watch or have on the second monitor. Either way, that's the end of day 1 for this episode. Let's get into day 2. You can also see we end at level 15, we are about 10% away from level 16, and we have 22 gold still in the bags. That being said, we have some fish and some materials that we are going to post on the auction house. Day number 2, we are starting with opening the mailbox with sales, and as you can see I have somehow gotten 2% experience off stream, probably some exploring exploration or something, but we still have 21 gold and 93 silver, so I have bought a couple of vendor materials for a couple of silvers, but here we can see the first 100 mails have a 9.7 gold in them, so not a huge mailbox opening this time, but it is mostly vendor materials, so I've made 9 gold from simply buying things from a vendor, putting those on the auction house, and selling those items. Now we do have a couple more sales as well, apart from those first 100 mails. We are supposed to have about 70 more sales that should get me some more gold. The only question is exactly how much gold we end up getting from those, but let's check that out, shall we? So the next 74 mails are 26 gold. We have sold the bronze bars we crafted at the start of yesterday's video, or yesterday's episode, day number 1 I mean. So we sold a bunch of bronze bars, so buying the copper ore and the tin ore, turning those into bronze bars, was definitely valuable, but when you see those 64 silver sales, I had to spend 30 silver to get that 64 silver. But still, I doubled my gold, and then we have star wood, one of those sold for 4 gold, that is a massive vendor flip by the way. Some coarse stones as well have been selling quite well, and some empty vials and other vendor materials, including some recipes. Either way, 26 gold from the last 100 mails, so 26 plus 9 gold means we have made 35 gold, which is enough to unlock 2 levels, which is basically the goal for today anyway, unlocking level 16 and level 17. And I mean, we can just start by unlocking level 16 right away, because once again we are 10% away, so we might as well just start by unlocking here. So yeah, we have 58 gold. We can definitely afford unlocking level 16, and to be fair, we can unlock probably level 16, 17 and 18 right now, and we're fine. But I will keep unlocking one level at a time, at least for now. As you can see, we have 58 gold, and now we have 42 gold sent away, and that means level 16 is now unlocked. It is time to do some questing. Now, once again, we are trying to do both fishing and questing at the same time. We still have a couple of the turtles to kill from yesterday, so we went back to Lush Water Oasis this time. We happened to find a silver vein and a couple of fishing pools, and we're doing questing at the same time, so we're hitting 3 birds, 1 stone. Perfect. Now, after a long questing and leveling session, we are getting incredibly close to being level 17. We have spent about 1.5 hours, by the way, questing, so this level has been a 1.5 hour level, but we have been following Rested XP, we've been questing quite a lot, and we have also been farming. We've been doing fishing, we've been farming, and just gathering some flight paths, and just taking our time, so I'm quite happy with the pace we're going at here. 1.5 hours is not bad. Either way, we're getting close to level 17, which means we need to pay 17 gold to unlock level 17, but we are also trying to make gold at the same time, so we're buying some bars and some ores right now on the auction house to once again turn into bronze bars, as you saw from day number 1 and day number 2. Buying these coppers and tins and turning them into bronze, we're doubling our gold, and all of the bars sold overnight, so considering that success, we're gonna try it one more time. And with that being said, it's time to pay 17 gold to unlock level 17, and this is arguably the first time in a long while that we are not going to have enough gold for the next level. We currently have 30 gold, and paying 17 of that will take me down to 13, I think. Like, yeah, we're gonna go down to 13 gold, which means we don't currently have enough before level 18, so now we have to go out and grind for a bit, unless we get some sales. But either way, level 17 has been unlocked, it is time to start doing some questing. So after reacting to a video on kick.com/SolheimTV, shameless plug by the way, and doing a bunch of questing, we happened to get some very good boots. I have for some reason been using ragged leather boots all this time, and we ended up getting rambling boots from a quest over here. So it took me 17 levels to actually get green boots, but I mean 3 agility and 1 stamina. That is a massive upgrade. Now we're getting towards the end of day number 2 here. I just want to show you guys that we're ending day number 2 by doing some fishing. So in tomorrow we're gonna get a lot of sales, hopefully, from Deviate Fish. And as you can see here, the gold per hour from fishing is 45 gold per hour right now. I have made 18 gold in value in 24 minutes. That is not bad. I'm just trying to do a little bit of fishing here. Once again, I have said that I usually do 10 minutes of fishing, but in this case I wanted to give it a full half-hour test, just to see how much gold you make from doing open water fishing, by the way. This is just pure natty, open water, no pools. That's kind of nice. Either way, we're closing day 2 here. We once again only have 13 gold. We are less than 10% from level 18, and we need some gold. Hopefully these fish sell. Okay, day 3 is here, and we have 51 gold in sales in the first 100 males. As I just said, we did spend half an hour yesterday fishing, and Deviate Fish have been selling for 62 silver per piece. We also have a couple of them that sold for 47, so that's kind of bad in comparison, and I lost out on 15 silver per fish, which at the moment for me is kind of valuable gold, by the way. But then we also have a bunch of vendor flipping, and we have a full stack of 20 fish that sold for 13 gold. Not bad either. Then we once again have one more pattern for the orange Marshall shirt. We have some shiny baubles selling for 21 silver each, so a combination here of both farmed gold and vendor flipping gold as well. And here's the thing, this is only the first 100 males of sales that we have now made 51 gold. That's gonna get me up to 63 gold at level 17. That being said, we're losing 18 gold pretty much instantly, by the way, when unlocking level 18, so that kinda sucks. But hey, we will still have quite a lot of gold left over. I mean, I guess that depends on how much gold will be on page number 2, because what we're seeing here is the first 100 out of 214 males. So let's just loot all of this, get the gold, and let's take a look at page number 2. So on the next page we had quite a few unsold auctions and just some trash auctions as well that haven't really been selling for that much. And let's just go for a quick reload UI here to get the last couple of males, because now we have like 90 males left, so then we have 15 gold. So we're starting day 3 with 68 plus 15 gold. That's going to be about 83 gold if I do my math correctly, which, I mean, we're going to find out when we loot things here anyway. But you can see, these are the sales, and also a couple of items here simply have not sold, including some fish. So we probably have 10 gold left over in Deviate Fish sales as well that haven't sold. Either way, that's quite a lot of gold, and starting off day number 3 right here is kind of nice. I will also say, by the way, we now have 88 gold, and we're getting so close to having 100 gold at one time, which, to be fair, would be enough to buy gold, not to buy gold, to buy a mount at level 40, which is kind of like a sub-goal that I currently have, to have 100 gold in the bags at once. But that being said, I'm planning on doing a dungeon, and we're getting close to level 18, I have no idea how much experience Wailing Caverns will end up giving, so I'm just going to unlock both level 18 and the level 19 here. So we have to pay a lot of gold for that, but that being said, we still have 70 gold left over after unlocking level 18. So let's pay 19 gold to unlock level 19 as well, and then we can just pump. We can spend a couple of hours now simply leveling and doing Wailing Caverns. That being said, I don't know how long it will take to get a group Wailing Caverns, because like everyone is buying boost right now. It's just mage boosting left, right and center. But I will give it my absolute best try to get a Wailing Caverns group, and I mean, if I have to tank or heal, I will do it. I would prefer to DPS, but I don't have cat form yet, but either way, if I can DPS, that is lovely. So after about half an hour, I did find a group of Wailing Caverns, and then we just had to make sure that everyone had the same quests and also meet up somewhere. So even finding a group didn't really take that much time. And here's the thing, I was able to join as DPS. Even though I said I could heal, they happened to find a different healer, and I'm really thankful for that, because I don't trust myself when it comes to healing, and not even when it comes to tanking either really. But that being said, I am here as a DPS, but I can also off-heal or off-tank at any given moment. So it's Wailing Caverns time. Let's hope for some good loot. Yeah, so we ended up not really getting any good loot, by the way, so that's kind of a feels bad, man. But what we ended up doing was doing all of the quests inside Wailing Caverns. I mean, except for the two that you never really get to do. The one for looting the Fire's hides, for example, or deviate hides, right? That one didn't really get to finish, so that's a feels bad, man. But we ended up getting Crescent Staff. This is kind of why I really wanted to do the dungeon in the first place. This staff is insane and will last for a long time, and it's very good to have, especially now at level 19. And when we get cat form, it's slightly less important, but even then as well, it's still a good staff to have. So we have Crescent Staff now. That's awesome. So with the new Crescent Staff equipped, we have been one-shotting absolutely everything. That is a joke, by the way, it's not that insane, but we have been breezing through the levels and leveling up pretty fast so far. So right now we are level 19 and we are less than 10% away from level 20, and I think you can guess where this is going. We are unlocking level 20. That's right, I think this will be the first episode, or not the first episode, but the first day. We're unlocking 3 levels in one day. So we have unlocked level 18, level 19, and level 20 in about 3 hours, by the way, of in-game playtime. So these levels right here have gone by insanely fast. I'm also down to 26 gold, by the way, so we have spent a lot of gold today unlocking these levels. And at this point, I kind of happened to stumble onto another gold farm while doing questing. This spider farm right here in Stone Throne Mountains for the Horde. But then again, I guess Alliance can go here as well, but I mean, pretty much there's way more Horde here usually. Either way, these mobs right here can drop something called the small venom sacks, which ended up being selling for between 15 and 20 silver at the moment on the auction house. So that's a pretty good item to farm for. And the thing is, I'm just doing questing here anyway. I'm both killing these spiders and going for the deep moss venom sacks, or like the eggs basically, at the same time. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Farming gold, doing questing. Perfect. Now, a gold making challenge like this is all about taking advantage of the opportunities that are given to you. So over here, a rare happened to spawn, and I had no idea what this guy is dropping, but I thought to myself, rares surely have a good loot table, and it ended up being true. This guy dropped something called a buck skin cape, and as you can see, it's a 2 agility, level 10 back piece. But it sells for 2 gold and 21 silver, and rightfully so. It's 2 agility, 4 level 10. A lot of people are leveling alts these days, and they want to deck their alts out whenever they can to level up faster. So this one right here ended up selling incredibly quickly, by the way, on the auction house. I'm just going to tell you right now. Either way, good item, kill rares when you find them. Now, one more opportunity, like while we're talking about taking advantage of opportunities, when you're playing Horde, you have a extremely easy access to the fishing book people need to skill up fishing past level, is it past level 10 or past level 20? I think it's past level 20, right? You need to have a book to increase your level, or fishing level, to expert level, and that book is being sold in Booty Bay. For the Alliance, you basically have to travel through Stranglethorn Vale to get to Booty Bay. As a Horde, you just have to take a boat from the Barrens, and I'm gonna say, by the way, this right here was an absolutely cursed RNG on the boat timing. The worst boat timing of all time. Either way, we're going there. We're gonna go to Booty Bay, get those fishing books, and make some gold. I'm just wondering, here's the thing. I did not check on the auction house what these are selling for, by the way, before going there. So chances are I spent my gold and we don't get anything back for it. But we're gonna find out. Now I just want to show you guys how much we have played this character so far at level 20. We have a total time played of 1 day, 8 hours, and 37 minutes. For me, this is way slower than my usual leveling times, but then again, it's not super duper slow either, considering we're getting a bunch of gold while we're leveling, so I'm quite happy about that considering we are level 20. So now that we are in Beauty Bay, it's time to get those fishing books and hopefully repost those on the auction house to get some gold from that as well. We also need 1 book for ourselves so we can learn higher skill of fishing as well. And here you can see, this book cost me 1 gold. And at the moment, it's reselling on the auction house for 3 gold and 92 silver. This is just one of those items that people do buy, and they basically pay you for traveling there and buying the book for them. It's a way that I've been making gold ever since Classic WoW 2019. It's usually fishing books, first aid books, and cooking books. Those are the 3 that I usually buy and make a bunch of gold with. So really happy to incorporate this into the gold making routine right now on this GoldLocked challenge character. Either way, that's going to be the end of day number 3. So at the moment we are 19 gold in our bags, which is not enough by the way. We need more gold to unlock level 21, but we have these books now that are hopefully going to sell and generate some profit. With that being said, I will see you guys in day number 4. So we are starting off day number 4 by checking out some sales as per usual. Here you can see a bunch of vendor flipping, strong flux, weak flux, a fine thread, a bunch of recipes, and you can see a couple of fishing books being sold as well. We had one there selling for 2.7 gold, I think it was, so 2 gold 70 silver, which is 1.7 gold profit in my pocket. Definitely not bad right there. Then we got the buckskin cape, ended up selling for 1.3 gold by the way, not 2.1. Then we have another fishing book being sold for 3.7 gold, so once again, more like 3.8 by the way, 3 gold 78 silver. That is more than 2.5 gold in my pocket, pure profit. Definitely, once again, not bad either. So we're looting all of those and just watch the gold absolutely skyrocket. Also, this is just the first 100 mails. We have 140 mails still to go through that could end up pushing us close to the 100 gold mark. Here you can see once again another expert fishing book being sold for 3 gold and 74 silver this time, so a little bit less. Either way, here we go, opening all of those. I mean, actually, there's 4 book sales, holy, that is like 10 gold profit by the way, on 4 books alone. A little bit over 10 gold, closer to 11 actually. That is not bad. So 41 gold and 78 silver in these 100 mails, and then we have 42 more mails to go through as well. We're making a lot of gold today, man. Could this be the day we finally break 100 gold at the same time? We would have to make a lot of gold in the last 42 mails, and I'm kind of not expecting that to happen. But I mean, we're gonna find out. Let's just open this mail and then reload and see what we have in the last few mails as well. We need to make like what, 30 gold? No, 23 gold in 46 mails. I don't think that's happening by the way, unless we sold some deviate fish, but let's find out. 27 gold. It's actually happening. Yeah, we sold some deviate fish and they're selling for 47 silver per piece. So deviate fish, 47 silver per piece, and a couple of recipes, but mainly all of these mails right here is basically just deviate fish. That means, there we go, we have finally broken 100 gold at the same time. That being said, we're gonna pay to unlock a level here by the way, so the gold goes away pretty much instantly. We're unlocking level 21 right here. So 21 gold being paid, but for a brief moment we had 104 gold in our bags, and just give me a couple more seconds to enjoy this moment, because to be fair, it's a big moment having 100 gold at level 20. People struggle to have 100 gold at level 40 by the way, so to me this is just a massive moment, and it's a goal that I did not really expect to achieve this early in the challenge. Either way, there we go, level 21 has been unlocked. Now at this point, I'm going to do something else with my gold as well, instead of just increasing my levels. My bag space has been making me so annoyed for the last few days, and I've just been pushing this off because I felt like I didn't want to waste gold on bags, but I need bag space. I've been using linen bags now since level 9 or something, I think. Yeah, between level 6 and level 9, I've been using linen bags. It's time to increase that to rune cloth bags, so I paid 12 gold right here, about 12 gold give or take, for 4 rune cloth bags. But this bag space will be incredibly valuable, and will simply allow me to spend more time actively playing the game, doing both questing, farming, and not have to worry that much about bag space. Because let's face it, bag space in Classic WoW is a huge, it's a big deal, and increasing your bags feels good. So to me, this as well was a huge moment in my gameplay. I'm also going to buy a bag slot right here to increase my bags a bit, and then deposit these bags, just because once again, bags are quite important. And with that being said, we're going to end day number 4 with some fishing. Bit of a shorter day this time. Ended up being 1 hour of gameplay, but we ended up getting quite a lot of things done in this 1 hour of gameplay. So let's go ahead to day number 5. So we're starting off day number 5 by looking at today's sales and checking out how much gold we have made this time. Over here we only have 117 mails compared to yesterday's 250, so quite a few less sales, but here we have 38 gold in the first 100 mails, so I'm not going to complain, absolutely not, and quite a few of those have been vendor flips, and quite a few are once again deviate fish, as I try to fish in between questing, and just end my day with like 10 to 15 minutes of fishing as well, just to get some gold. I mean, if we're getting 45 gold per hour, and we spend simply 15 minutes fishing, that is about 12 gold that you are getting from fishing for a very short amount of time. Pretty valuable, I will say. So looting all of this gold, if we have pretty much any gold at all in the last few mails, we are once again going to be breaking past 100 gold, and there we go, 21 gold in the last 27 mails. So we are once again going to break past 100 gold, and even past 110 gold as well. That being said, the level unlocks right here are starting to get way more expensive, so we now have to pay for level 22 we have to pay level 22 gold, and then level 23 we have to pay 23 gold. And at the moment, our main ways of making gold is fishing, vendor flipping, and farming anything we can in between questing. We also have mining, of course, and herbalism that we are trying to do every now and then as well. So far, we have 114 gold, by the way, at level 21, which I would say is definitely not a bad place to be in, by the way. This means I can unlock level 21, 22, 23, and 24, I think, all of those 4 levels, if I really want to. Either way, we're unlocking level 22 right here by paying 22 gold, which means we are once again dipping below the 100 gold mark. We're going to be at about 92 gold right now, perfect. Not good, not bad, well, actually it's kind of good, but not bad at least, yeah, 92 gold at level 21, and level 22 has been unlocked. With that being said, let's go and do some quests. Now I will say, by the way, this is one of my first times ever playing Horde in Classic WoW, and especially on a PvP server. I have played Horde a couple of times, but one of them was back in 2005, and the other couple of times have usually been on hardcore servers. Now this time, I'm on a full-on PvP server called Spine Shatter, and I've already been in some PvP action, but not that much. But either way, it's a different experience questing as a Horde, compared to being Alliance, that's for sure. So after about 2 hours of questing, we have gotten incredibly close to level 23. That being said, we are still level 22, and I also appeared on a podcast by Ebonheart this day. So anybody here is following Ebonheart, I was on the podcast with Ebonheart recently, but either way, that's not the point of this video. The point is that we are now going to be paying even more gold to unlock level 23, and we are about to start looking for another dungeon group. So we're going to try to get a Shadowfang Keep dungeon here, and I'm kind of interested to see how easy or hard it is to get a group for that. Because right now when I'm looking in LFG chat, every Shadowfang Keep group that I'm seeing is a mage trying to sell a boost. I don't want to get boosted. I want to do a full natty group. So let's try to do that. Either way, level 23 has been paid for and has been unlocked. So after searching for about 45 minutes, we ended up getting a group, by the way, for Shadowfang Keep, which I had to search for 45 minutes. Whether that's a good or a bad sign, I will leave up to you guys, but I mean, we were able to find a group, and a pretty good group as well, so I'm kind of happy about that. That being said, there's not really a lot of loot that I'm looking for in Shadowfang Keep. I just really wanted to do Shadowfang Keep. It was also on my way to Hillspread Foothills, so it just made sense for me to do, first of all, the dungeon, and the dungeon quests at the same time, while I was running by anyway. Now, while doing a couple of the quests on the way from Shadowfang Keep to Hillspread Foothills, I happened to find something called a Ring of the Moon, giving you 1 strength and 1 stamina, and right now this one is posted on the auction house for 7 gold, so I just feel like if I can sell this one for that price, that is insane. Just 7 gold for questing, in a level 20 zone, by the way. I mean, the mob was like level 16, 17 or 18 as well. So yeah, easy gold if it sells. Either way, that's going to be the end of this day as well, and I'll probably do 2 more days in this episode, I think. Because then we're going to get closer to level 30, which will be a lot of progress, by the way, in 1 episode. But either way, I'll see you tomorrow. So over here, we are now we're checking out the mailbox again, starting the day with the mailbox check as per usual. And I will say, I didn't really farm that much yesterday, I focused on leveling, so most of the things being sold here are vendor flips, and a couple of leftover unsold auctions. So, I mean, you can see right here what has been sold and the gold it has been selling for. A bunch of rune thread, by the way, was selling this day. And once again, those fishing books, they've been doing a good job for me so far. We're going to take a look at the end of this video that I'm recording right now to show you guys exactly how much gold we've made for those sales, and also who has been buying them, just so you get some names to reference as well if you want to like really look up the legitimacy of the series, but it's mainly meant for entertainment and also to kind of show you guys how you can make gold while you're leveling, because to me that's way more important than anything else. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I would never fake a series like this. It's more of something that I'm doing for my own enjoyment over on Kick, just so like, it's a different way to play the game, right? If I'm just leveling a character, I've done that about 24 times in Classic WoW. I want to have a challenge, and as a gold maker, this challenge right here just made a lot of sense, but I will say at the moment, it's getting kind of easy. The hard part for me, or the things that sounded hard, was level 9 to level 15. Past level 15, I always imagine it being somewhat easy. Either way, a bunch of gold, time to unlock some levels. I think I already unlocked the level, by the way, but I'm going back a little bit in the footage here, so level 24 being unlocked right about here, so you can see me unlocking level 24 as well. Either way, there we go, the gold has been sent, 24 gold away, we now have 85 gold left over, and we are going to go out and quest for a bit. Now, even though I'm not too close to level 25, we're going to pay to unlock level 25 here a bit preemptively, even though we're only on level 25% into level 24. But you can see the gold there being sent away, the mail was sent, 25 gold, so we have now unlocked level 25 as well, and the reasoning is that we are now going to go out and do a dungeon again, and then quest for a bit as well. And I'm not sure where the mailboxes are on the Horde side all the time, so I'm just going to pay it a bit preemptively, go out and quest, and just have a good time, get to level 25. So as we're getting closer to level 30 right now, I mean we're level 25 and 75% in, right? I thought it was time for me to go down to Tanaris to get a couple more important recipes. For example, the Arcanite stuff and also Philosopher's Stone. And just also, number 1, get our Tanaris flight path, but also get the 1000 Needles flight path. So like, while I was down there towards 1000 Needles, I just thought, why not go to Tanaris as well? It's usually a safe route, which I then ended up doing, like, didn't die, nothing bad happened on the way, and it took me like 5 minutes to go down here. And from this guy, we can buy a couple more items that we can now, like, include in the vendor flipping that we are already doing. This guy sells the recipe for Philosopher's Stone, Transmute Arcanite and the Transmute Iron to Gold. He also has 2 limited recipes with Nature Protection Potions and the Transmute Mithril to True Silver. So I'm just buying anything that I can here and bringing back and selling over time. I will say Transmute Arcanite is a 5 gold recipe, so you have to be kind of like... You want to be wary of that one, because that one has a deposit cost, so try to post it for 2 hours and post 1 at a time, and just generate sales slowly over time. That being said, right now you can see it cost me 5 gold to buy it. This one is 80 silver and reselling for 2 gold, and Transmute Arcanite is 5 gold buy price and resells for 8 gold. So you do make some profit if the price stays the same. You always have some idiots undercutting things into absolutely oblivion, but either way, we're buying a couple here and trying to make some gold over time. So now we're down to 38 gold, but we have some more recipes to include in the vendor flipping project that we're doing already. That being said, that will conclude day 6 for today's video, and we are going to do 1 singular more day, so I'll see you in that one. Alright, welcome to the last day of playtime in this video. I will say between this day and yesterday, it's been like 3 days in between, well 2 days that I haven't played the game, but I have logged in twice to post auctions. So some of these auctions will be based on 2 days of sales, not just 1, as you will be able to see in the mailbox itself. You can also see we're down to 77 silver, we had 30 gold, so I've been buying even more items to include in the vendor flipping. I've been going back to Beauty Bay once to buy more fishing books, and yeah, we've just been buying some things from the vendors that we are hoping to once again make profit from. And as you can see, in the first 100 mails, we have gotten 70 gold in sales, and I'm kind of like once again a little bit surprised about the amount of sales we're getting, so I'm just going through some of the names to see that it's not somebody watching my streams and then mass purchasing everything that I'm posting, which I wouldn't really expect to happen anyway. I have about 35 viewers on Kick at a time, so if any of those are trying to help me, please don't. But also, I don't think it's happening, because most people are playing on the Reptile server, or the Ascended server, or even playing Retail, Mist of Pandaria, or playing on a different server on Anniversary. I've never played on Spine Shattered before, so I haven't really been like making a community based on that. My community is usually on Thunderstrike. Either way, 70 gold in the first 100 mails. Let's get the gold and stop being poor. That would be lovely. Getting close to 100 gold, and I'm kind of hoping we can once again break the 100 gold mark, just to get some gold back, because so far we have spent quite a lot, and it would be great to just see the sales actually working and getting the gold back. Here we have 29 gold. I think we're just barely gonna get above 100 gold, by the way. And here we can see rune threads and imbued vials, vendor flipping, both of which are generating quite a lot of gold. That being said, we're on 101 gold and 56 silver. And with that gold being looted, it's time to unlock level 26, so we're paying 26 gold off the gold we looted right off the bat. So we can see we have 101 gold right now, sending 26 gold away to gold collect, and we should be down to about 75 gold. There we go, time to level. Now, while doing a challenge like this, I'm keeping an eye out for boxes like this, giving me engineering parts while I'm leveling, because that is once again just additional silvers in my pocket, and you can see this one ended up giving me about 30 silver as well, from one singular box of parts. So simply looting things like that in the open world while you're questing is just a nice way to get some additional gold for the work you're already doing. All you have to do is loot a box and get some gold. And another thing is finding vendors in the open world that sell things that you don't really find anywhere else. I'm not referring to the seeds here, by the way, those you can find just about everywhere, but I happen to I did not sell any of these before, and I found this vendor right here who sold these reagents, and it reminded me that I should probably stockpile some of these as well, and include those in my vendor flipping. So here we started buying even more items to include once again for vendor flipping, and Vendors like this in the open world sometimes has limited numbers of items, so King's Blood for example, and sometimes she can sell some very good flowers, or this one fire protection potion, a recipe. That one cost me 15 silver, and sell it on the auction house for 2.5 gold, or 2 gold and 20 silver. So buying limited supply items is a good way to make some gold, so keep an eye out for any vendors while you're leveling. With that being said, we are getting very close to level 27 now, so we're going to go out and do a couple of quests, get even closer, and then unlock level 27. And as you can see here, quite a few of the items that I'm selling, they're simply selling while I'm doing my questing. We even opened the mailbox here less than 2 hours ago, and we have already generated 12 gold in sales. Either way, let's pay 27 gold to gold collect and unlock level 27 as well. I think I cancelled this mail, right, to change the title? No, I didn't. Okay, either way. I usually have the subject being unlocking that level number, but either way, 27 gold has been paid. We have unlocked level 27, and at this point, all we have to do is keep questing and get to level 27. Okay, so this episode ended up being quite long by the way, but I tried to include a whole week into one episode, and then hopefully you can just enjoy it on a second monitor or watch the entire thing, that's completely up to you. But so far, everything has been done in a voiceover of me voicing over the past 7 days of gameplay, but now we are in the game itself and not voicing over anything here, just like actually in the game. It's time to loot the mailbox one more time, the final mailbox opening for today's video. So here we have 48 gold waiting for us in the first 100 mails. Over here we have been doing a bunch of vendor flipping by the way, haven't really been farming much lately, I've just been like vendor flipping. We got to level 27 and we are about 25% give or take. Either way, like we've just been doing vendor flipping right now and a bit of leveling on the side. So, 51 gold here as well, in the mailbox. Definitely getting past 100 gold by the way, you can see the expert fishing book. Somebody undercut this down to 2 gold, and to be fair, somebody undercut it down to 1 gold as well, to the point where you don't even make profit for quite a while. So I just ended up not posting those for a while, and here as well, Transmute Arcanite, 5 gold, 9 silver. I buy it for 5 gold. I made 9 silver profit on that sale. It is absolutely horrible. Like, some people just cut the profit down way too much, like way beyond what they need to. I just don't know what they're doing. Either way, this is the part of the video that I'm kind of trying to show you guys that it's like the real part. Here we're going to talk about a few things, like why people are buying vendor flipping items, and also show you guys the actual sales. So just me giving you the proof, basically, of who buys my auctions. On episode number 1, I got a couple of comments saying that number 1, I'm probably just buying my own auctions on a second account, which I chose a server I have never played before, and I stream a lot of my gameplay by the way, so you can see where I play. I've never played on this server before this challenge, and any of my streams would verify that. I play on Thunderstrike, but I could also just have bought gold on a third account and buy my own stuff. In which case, I want to show you guys Trade Skill Master. We can go over to, here's all the gold that I've made by the way, and when I made that gold. So you can see we started on the 8th of September, we've been playing for about 2 weeks now, and we started off very slowly, then we have been up and down, up and down. We usually get some gold, spend some gold to make more gold, and some of the downs as well are me simply unlocking levels. But here for example, we had 93 gold, and sure, we unlocked a couple of levels, but we also bought a bunch of vendor materials to then flip later. So here we ended up being down to 1 gold. This was yesterday, like the day we just talked about. We ended up being down to 1 gold and bought a bunch of vendor stuff, right back up to 48 gold on the September the 20th, and today we are now on 140 gold almost, and we have made a total of 656 gold so far, with profits of 486.
A turtle made it to the water.
Hey yo, thank you for the follow over on Kick by the way, while I'm recording. I have the stuff on, like the alerts. Either way, what I really want to show you guys, this is kind of the fun part, just showing you how much gold I've made so far in the challenge. So level 27, almost 500 gold profit by the way. But here, you can see all of the sales, or the items that I've been selling, and how much gold we've gotten from them. So Rune Thread, for example, we have sold 20 of them. 22 gold in total. Melon Juice we have sold a couple of. We have Red Dye, Imbued Vial, And all of these items, just gonna scroll really quickly so you can see all of them and how much we've gotten for them. Here we can go into revenue, and this is where the real proof comes in. Here you can see who bought my auctions, every single one of them, you can see their names, and for anybody who's really invested into like truth-proofing the series, you can add these people to your friend list and see what level they are. Because if they are anything over level 1, if there's multiple 60s here, I would have had to play the game a lot or simply buy accounts in order to fake the series. So I'm just going to scroll through a couple of the sales here so you can see the names. Here you can see this page basically. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Once again, just pause the video at any point if you want to see the names or something and see what they bought and why they bought it. There's so many different names that has bought these auctions. So either I am going out of my way to make new characters all the time to buy these auctions myself, or once again, add them to your friend list and you can see they're probably different levels than just level 1. Some people might be level 40, some might be 35, some might be level 60, I have no idea. The thing is, for me, I would never fake a series like this anyway, and it pisses me off a little bit, because half of the comments on episode number 1 is just people being like, ah, it's too easy, ah, you're buying your own auctions, ah. I don't know, like, that pissed me off, because I'm trying to make a fun series that could be both entertaining and educational, to show you how easy making gold can be if you just do the right things. And I'm literally giving you the handbook or the blueprint of what to do. And for anybody who wants to follow the vendor flipping for the future, by the way, here you can see my resales and the average buy price versus their average sell price. So for example, the expert fishing, the base NU, I have the bass NU, I've sold 19 of them so far. As you can see here, we have bought 20, I learned one myself, so we have sold 19. Average buy price is 1 gold, average sell price is 3.07, so the average profit is 2.07 gold per sale. I've made almost 40 gold on this one alone. Then we have orange Marshall shirt, vendor buy price 30 silver, average sell price 7 gold, star wood 45 silver buy price, and average sell price 4 gold. Just taking a look at, like, just look at the top sales here, and you know pretty much what you should try to buy and what you should try to sell. And here you can see, by the way, this is the only character that I personally have on Spine Chatter on this account. And on the other account as well, here you can see the names that I personally have. We have Solheim YT, which is literally just a name holder, Solheim Sug, that is only a name holder, and then we have Gold Collect, which is where I'm sending all of the gold to, on Spine Chatter as well. Those are the 4 characters that I have. I don't really have any way to fake this challenge or the series, nor any, like, desire to do so, but I do want to show you guys the actual mailbox on this character. So here we have 27 gold, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, all the way down to 10. So far, in 11 days, we have made 333 gold. That's about 11, how many? Like 33 gold per day, give or take? So far in the challenge, which is definitely, once again, not bad. And I just hope that this right here ends up being helpful to some of you guys that want to make gold while you're leveling at some point. I will also accept these mails now, so they don't have to, like, expire at some point, but yeah, there we go. 333 gold collected on Spine Chatter at the moment. So I would say we're in a pretty solid spot for now. Now, I'm also just going to be incredibly real with you guys. Episode 1 did not really do that well for now. Chances are it might pick up again later, but who really knows with YouTube these days? So if you enjoy the series and you want to see more of the series in the future, please do me a solid and let me know in the comments down below, because me continuing a series like this depends entirely on if it's something you guys want to see. Because this right here took me 2 hours right now of voicing over, it took me 24 plus hours of gameplay, and it took me about probably 2 hours of editing. I'm going to start editing right away after talking to you guys right now. So this video took probably 30 hours to make, of which 2 hours were voiceovers and 2 hours of editing. Meanwhile, a reaction video that I did yesterday, which took me exactly 20 minutes to do, and 10 minutes to upload, so half an hour, that one did twice as good as episode number 1. So at that point, I have to ask myself, do I really want to kill my channel to make a series that I like doing if you guys don't like watching it? So let me know some feedback in the comments. Either way, thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and I will say, if I don't do any more videos on the series, I will still continuing it live on Kick, because I enjoy doing it. So even though there might not be any future videos, once again depending on how this does, I will still do the challenge on kick.com/SolheimTV or link down below. Either way, that's the video for now, so hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and thank you for watching. It's been almost an hour, so I'll let you go back to doing your daily things right about now. Either way, peace out, bye bye, bye.